Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then obviously welcome for stumbling across it. Today I'm going to be doing the annual totem readings for the month of October, and this month I'm just going to do it a little bit different because as you know I try and add some little alternatives to my readings. So for the animal spirit totem for October, guys, I purchased, going back 22 years ago now, a set of runes. It used to be a sort of book club thing that used to run years ago called Mind, Spirit and Body, and I used to purchase something once a month from there. So I've had these runes for 22 years, worked with them for quite a bit, going back sort of 10, 12 years ago, and then I just put them away. And I actually got them out the other day, and I thought, you know, I'm going to start using the runes again, because runes have been going since 100 AD, and they have got magical properties to them. They were sort of the Viking alphabet, but that sort of transpired going through the centuries. But what I will do is I will drop a link below, so you can sort of have a read about the history of runes. Yeah, so I am going to be working with those today. So I just wanted, as I said, just to do a little bit of a different kind of spin on it. So yeah, so we're going to be looking at the animal tarot for October, and with the additional of the runes. Okay then, my lovelies, what I'm going to do now is read for the lovely sign of Libra. And Libra, I'm going to be using the decks by Colette Baron, Reid. Both of them are. This one is the Spirit Animal Oracle, and this one is the Enchanted Map. So I'll just put the names of the decks in the description box below. So without further ado, my lovely leaves, I'm going to start shuffling these animal spirit cards and see what we've got coming out for you at the start of the month for October. So what animal spirit card have we got for the lovely leaves? And that's poking out, so I'm going to take that one for you, Libra. And then I'm just going to shuffle these, because how I'll tend to work it is, this is the first week of the month, October. And then I'm looking for a second card for the second week. So what have we got for the lovely leaves? And I'm going to have that one for the second week. And then we'll have the third week. And I'm going to have that one. So my lovely leaves, the animal spirit totem coming with you for the start of October, we have, oh wow, porcupine spirit. And I've just done a reading for Leo, and believe it or not, this came out. So if you're a cross watcher and have Leo, or you've got Leo in your chart anywhere, in the moon or Venus, your rising signs, it may be worth having a look at that read as well. So that is the energy that I've got coming in with the leaves for October. And then we've got the strength card, and we have the slow and steady. Now believe it or not, again, I've just done Leo, and those two cards, guys, came out exactly the same, and you've just seen me shuffle those. So yeah, like I say, if there's a cross watcher, it may be worth, and you're dealing with a Leo, because there was some relationship issue in the Leo read, so it could be a cross watcher. It may be worth watching the Leo reading if that's the case. But for you, my lovely Libras, because I know you've been having such a rough deal of it of late, every reading that I've more or less done for you, it's been a bit doom and gloom, a bit depressive energy. Okay, but I do feel that going into October, guys, okay, with the porcupine spirit here, it's about putting up your guard. And I mentioned this in the Leo reading as well. The porcupine spirit to me always makes me feel that there's a negative energy, okay, a negative energy that is around the Libras at the moment. Now, this negative energy, guys, could be to do with if your health isn't right, okay? If you are feeling a bit low in yourself, then, you know, it can be the negativity to do with that. It can also be about putting your guard up, being on defence, because there's been a bit of, there's somebody around you, whether that's in a work collective or whether that's in a relationship, where the trust has been lost, or there's some untrusty goings on in the workplace, okay, in a collective form. It's like, if I can say to you, if somebody's going to work every day and they're sitting in an office full of people, okay, and there's just something going on in that office that you don't want to be part of, okay, whether that may be there's a group of people there who are basically, you know, just doing something at work, as in not doing their job at work, acting silly, you know, just being a bit loud, a bit stupid. There's just like a couple of minorities who are actually just grating on you at the minute. That's what I feel. So I'm just picking up with some Libs that are going to work on a daily basis, and there's just something around them. It could even be their boss. It just could be someone taking them for granted. It's just something that I feel is grating on my Libs, okay, within a collective environment, and that's why it's putting you on guard, really. This is why this defence mechanism's coming out. It's just the vibe of a person. I mean, we can get into situations, guys, when we go to work, and there's just somebody you know you just tolerate, okay. You don't like them, you just bite your tongue, and you know you've got to try and work with them the best you can. But I do feel I'm just picking up with some of my Libs here within the work collective, where, you know, enough's enough, really. They make your hair stand up on end. They just, you know, it's just this situation of you're just not happy around them, okay. And this is what I'm feeling with some of my Libs. I've got some of my Libs, for some reason or other, whether it's, you know, in a collective or a singular person, but I just feel it's like, oh, you know, they just make my hair stand up on end, you know, when I can feel the vibe off them, a negative vibe. It's that kind of a scenario, guys, okay. So that's what I feel on one side of the coin there, but on the other, I do feel it's to do with going into October, okay, as well as with the health. It's to do with the health issues as well. But guys, I do feel things are starting to pick up slow and steady to do with your health, because looking at this card here, okay, well, these two cards actually, it's saying here the strength regarding the health issues, you're gaining slowly, okay. The strength is starting to slowly come back, because you have been through a rough patch. Some of my Libs have, health-wise, in the last couple of months, and it's like this is saying, you know, on the health side of things are slowly and steadily starting to improve, okay. You're actually starting to surface out of your shell a little bit more, because like I said, if you haven't heard my Libra readings, my general readings for Libra on this channel, then it might be worth dipping your toe in there, because there was some readings I did for Libra where they were just didn't want to venture out, didn't want to socialise because of, you know, not feeling well enough to do so in some aspects. And it's saying, this is lovely now, because this is lovely Libra saying, if that's, you know, if I'm talking to a Libra and who's gone through this, you know, that cycle is changing as we go into October, and you're slowly starting to come out of that shell, that reclusive shell, okay, that's what I want to say, reclusive shell, and starting to feel like you've got the energy and starting to feel more like yourself, okay. Because I know it's been hard for some of my Libs, right? So that's what I'm picking up there. And then on the other side as well, on the relationship side, to do with some of my Libs, it may be that you've seen the true colours of somebody. As you go into the start of October, guys, some of my Librans who are in a relationship with somebody, it may be that you've actually seen the true colours of a person that you've been involved in a relationship with. And it's, you know, it's sort of an awakening, a realisation here that, you know, you sort of had some kind of a sense that this person that it could be a friend or work colleague again, you know, it doesn't have to be romantically linked, but I do feel that it's about seeing true colours of a person, just seeing them for their true colours, okay? And it's knocked you off balance a little bit. It will knock a Libran who's in a relationship sideways, really, to think someone they trusted could act like this across them. So it's just saying here, just to be, if it's not a romantic link, then it's just to be aware of somebody showing their true colours to you, okay? And it's just to keep focus, really, okay? It's just saying just to keep your eye on something. Keep your eye on a person that you feel who's untrustworthy, around you as well, okay? But the main collective of this read, it's to do with the Librans who have been going through such a rough phase to do with their health, guys, because it's just saying here, as you go into October, then you are going to start slowly getting your strength back. And I do feel it's to do with, when it says time for beginner mind, okay, for me, it's about getting clarity back as well, because I feel like some of my Librans out there may have lost their trace of thought. They may have lost where they're supposed to be, you know, their life path is taking them now. Obviously, this is not the health part of it now. This is like another side of the coin here, where I'm picking up with some Libras who are actually assessing whether they are actually in the right relationship, in the right current job position, and it's weighing all this up, okay? Because this is like, you know, balancing here, actually sort of looking at everything and seeing, trying to focus on where you think you should be led next, where your life path should be taking you next. Because with the slow and steady here, okay, you've got this, some of my Librans have got this calling, I feel this is like this an awakening, that they realise that something is not serving them correctly. Like I said, whether that's to do with work or whether it's to do with a relationship. But as you go into October, guys, the porcupine spirit is just there to say it's about seeing true colours around different areas of your life, and it's a realisation, sort of an awakening here, because I feel like there's an inner calling. It's like you've had an awakening about you're not happy in a job that you're doing, you're not happy in a relationship that you're in, and this is all going to come to the surface in October for some of my Librans then regarding this. But as I said, the main collective of this reading, I feel it's to do with the Pisces, Librans. I've read that many signs today, guys. I do apologise. The Librans who have gone through this health, okay, this dark period, this not wanting to go out, not wanting to socialise because they haven't had the physical strength to do so. And now it's a very slow and steady coming out of that, okay? So that's a good thing, really, because like I say, the last few readings I've done for Libra, it's been very dark, a very hard slog energy, okay? But as we go along in October, guys, that cycle is about to change. It's a slow and steady cycle, but there's a cycle and there's change coming for Librans in the collective, in the whole general, across all different areas. Okay, so that's whether that's a slow and steady change in your life path, change in your job, your life path change in a relationship, whether that's going into a new one or coming out of an old one. Okay, but there's this element, guys, that I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of, about someone showing their true colours. Okay, there's going to be a situation in October that I feel that's going to affect some of my Librans, where it's just going to knock them sideways. Okay, there's going to be something, a realisation about something, whether that's a collective to do with work, whether that's something that's going to come to the surface about someone that you're in a relationship with, but it's about you seeing the true colours of somebody. Okay, and that's going to make something shift in your life. True colours about a job aspect that's, you know, gone wrong. Something's happened within the workplace that's made you think, whoa, you know, I've seen the true colours against in this job that I'm doing now, and I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And that gives you that shift. I just see a massive shift here, a massive shift in health, a massive shift in relationship shake-ups, and a massive shift in looking at jobs as well. So it's just about, I just feel this change, all about change, Libra, you know, with the circle here as well. I just feel true colours and change. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards again so we can get the animal spirit out for the end of October, guys. So that's quite an interesting read, but I couldn't believe those two cards came out in the Leo reading. So it may be worth just clicking on there. If anybody's a cross watcher, or the Leo is a rising or a Venus or a moon sign within your chart. So let's just have a look down what we've got for the lovely leaves. That one's sticking out, so I am going to take that one. So we have the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. Okay, so this here is all about spiritual growth, change, and also I do always look at this card as being tickled pink. Okay, so as we go at the end of October, guys, some of my Librans are going to get some really good news as well. Now, whether that's to do with, as I said, like I said, there's a lot of shift, a lot of change here. Okay, and it's seeing true colours, because having the clouds here, I do feel this is like being the clouds, like you haven't been able to see clearly until recently. As you go into October, it's like the clouds are going to part, okay, and then you see the true colours about something or other. Like I say, whether that's to do with a relationship or work aspects or wherever that would fall into. But I do feel that at the end of October, there's going to be some good news for some of my Librans, because I always associate this card as just being tickle pink about something. So this could be that some of my Librans could have been, considering changing their work ethic, and by the end of October, you could be actually have changed your job, and you're absolutely tickle pink to the fact that you're in some work aspect now that is serving you. Okay, it could be that you're tickle pink because you've come out of a volatile relationship, and at last you've managed to close the door on that, and you feel like you can actually carry on now in your own power, step into your own power and move forward away from that relationship. It could be that you could be going into a new love relationship by the end of the month, guys, and that's got you tickle pink. Okay, I just feel this lighter, not so heavy energy around my Libras for the end of October. So for those as well with the health issues, okay, the slow and steady coming out of that, it's just like I feel you'll actually feel yourself, you'll actually feel your old self coming back to life. Okay, So that's what I'm feeling there with the pig spirit card, guys, over the collective of it all. But I just want to quickly recap then. So it's basically about seeing some of my Librans will see a situation or see a person for their true colours. Okay, now I'm not saying that might be a bad aspect of the true colours. Okay, it might be, you know, you judge somebody totally incorrectly, and the true colours of them, where you judge them incorrectly, would come out. Okay, so don't look at it on a bad vibe. When the true colours come out, it could be, the true colours could come out with your health. You know, you've had the realisation of what's actually been wrong with you, and the true colours come out with it on that aspect. But it's just about change, guys. I just feel this overall energy for Libs. There's a lot of changes in October coming into the mix. Okay, so that's the overall vibe I've got here for you. So what I'm going to do now, my lovely Librans, is I'm going to have a little shuffle here with the runes. I'll show you what they look like. Like I said, they've been used since 100 AD for different things, magical purposes, healing purposes. They've all got different symbols on them, and they've all got different meanings. So I am going to start incorporating these in my readings a little bit more, because you can sort of do past, present, future reads. You can do sort of a Celtic cross spread with them. There's all different things you can do. But on this occasion, I'm just going to be drawing the one out to tie in with this read for you. So leaves, I'm just going to shape them up, have a little delve round, and have a look what we've got out the bag for you. Okay, we have got, wow, we have got, this runestone is called Raido, Raidho, and it's symbolised a chariot in the actual rune symbols, and it means relocation and change. Oh guys, what was my whole of my reading was on about, considering there's 24 runes in that bag, we've picked the rune out that symbolises change. And I said to you, didn't I, in this read, I felt like it was just a whole energy of complete change, complete shift in your life, whether, you know, overall different aspects of your life. So that rune couldn't have been a better rune that I could pick out to tie in with this reading. But some of my Libs, as I say, come the end of October with the pig spirit, you know, it's just, there's going to be some good news as well for some of my Librans with that. That's going to put you on cloud 9 basically. So like I say, you could be trying to have manifested things. You know, you have been trying to get some change in your life in these areas that you've been trying to address. And with the health side as well, I just feel there's a shift there, a change there, a slow and steady change that has been, but you are resurfacing out of that, especially with this card here, guys. So yeah, my Leaves, that was a lovely reading. And like I say, if you've got any Leo in your sign, it may be worth checking out the Leo reading as well. So yeah, I hope you can take something out of that read, guys, and I'll look forward to reading for you on my next time I'm around here. Take care then, thanks, bye.